for your weekly dose of pop culture
with Cassie and Kenny. Welcome to the show.
Woo! Welcome to the show. Hey, I can't hear you, Kenny. We should have did a tech.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show. Yeah. Yeah, my applause button
I am
wasn't
here.
working.
Yeah.
I don't know what was going on.
Okay. You can hear me now, right?
Hey, Lisa, cousin Lisa in the house on another
Lisa.
Saturday night. What are you?
All right.
Are you eating or drinking?
No. I'm drinking.
We're trying to do the show.
I'm just drinking. I had to put my look. It took a lot for me to get ready for tonight.
I hear you. You.
Okay. So I'm getting a drink into my system because I'm parched.
Okay. I'm
what? Sorry.
Let's all raise a glass.
Woosah.
I'm having my hashtag not sponsored.
Yeah, my Batman not sponsored.
Drink. So how are you doing tonight? You know what?
The weekend is not over,
Okay.
and I've already done enough and seen enough this weekend that I'm actually waiting for Monday.
Now that is bad when the weekend has got you that tore up from the floor up.
And I still have a lot
Monday.
to do tomorrow.
Wow.
I'm appearing on a podcast tomorrow
Cool.
called Tunes of Justice. So they want to review some of my spoken word, my albums, things like that.
Okay.
Because I talk a lot about social justice and stuff.
Oh, okay. So you'll be doing some. So
yes, I'll be doing some. I'll be doing
quick
some
taste of
throwing
paper.
Yes,
and that is available on Spotify and Apple Music, and
YouTube,
wherever
Apple
you get
Music, everywhere, wherever you
music,
get
yeah.
wherever the music. And look for. I don't have a link.
You don't
The
have
lady
a
didn't
link?
send me a link. No, and I'm waiting for her to send me a link. We talked about it the other night because she does the
You're
show.
echoing. I don't hear the
No,
echo.
why am I echoing?
Okay. So you're having some technical difficulties, and I mean, we got you on mic, we got you the lights.
I got a mic, I got lights, and I'm echoing.
I don't know what's going on.
Is it something on your end that's making me echo? Hold on.
Oh yeah, blame me. Oh sure, blame me. No, I think I'm pretty well adjusted here. I think. I mean, I don't hear the echo on my end.
1, 2. Can you hear the echo now? Yeah, you can still hear the echo.
I don't know. So
I
let
can
us
hear the
know
echo on
if
my
you got
mic.
the echo. You can hear it.
I can hear it.
Okay. Is your sound going through your? Is it going through your headphones only, or is it also going through your speaker? Because if the sound is going through your speaker, that could be causing it to echo a little bit. He's going to play around with those settings. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit about tonight's show. We called it School's Out because even though I think I've been out for almost a month now, but I know in parts of the country, most kids are getting out or are out now. Last week or the week before, schools that let out in June. And down here in the South, we tend to get out in May, at the end of May. Lisa says, yes, you're echoing, but you look good. So far better to look good than to feel good. So he's playing around with the sound.
I'm good now.
I'm going to see. You think you're good now? Let's see.
I think I'm good.
Okay.
Oh, no, I'm not good.
Yeah. It's like, I
can hear
think
that.
I'm good. I think you can get it. Okay. I got you. I got you. So I was just saying how tonight's show, we're talking about school being out, and for most people, school is out for the summer. So, and I think we might have done a school show before, either at the start of school or at the end of school last year, but that's okay because there's so many school movies that we could probably talk school movies all night long.
Yes.
What do you say? What do you want to talk?
Well, we got TV movies and we have TV shows and we have movies. So we have a little bit of both. The list I made is so long, incredibly long. I'm making a list and I'm like, we're not going to get to all of it. Like it's just not going to happen. We're not going to get to all of it, but let's see how much we can get with. Now, do you want to start with the TV schools? Because I can bounce around.
We can bounce.
You know
around.
what?
What?
My echo only comes in when I'm sharing the screen with you. If I'm on screen by
so it's
myself,
not echoing when you're not sharing the screen with me.
no, when I'm by myself, there's no echo.
Oh, so I just need to go.
See, there you go. Now I don't have an echo anymore. I think yes, I think my sister is the culprit here. So, we're going to talk about schools with
Am I causing you
and
to echo
movies.
again?
No, the echo's gone now.
Okay, and that
Yeah,
was
that's
probably me because there was a setting that I didn't have on, and I turned that on. She says you're echoing, but you look good.
You
But
look good. You look marvelous.
Marvelous.
You look
I
marvelous.
was thinking the same thing. I was like, it's a
You look
throwback to.
marvelous. Who is that? Who is that actor? Where's Ed? Who is that actor?
Oh, Ed knows. That's
Yeah,
an easy one. That's a gimme.
I forget his name.
Really?
Marvelous. Yes.
You don't
But
know?
it's his name. It's skipping my mind. And once you say it, I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, that guy. Yeah, I know he's deceased.
No, he's not. Oh, you mean the actor that Billy Crystal was mocking?
Yes.
I thought you meant Billy Crystal because actually it was Billy Crystal who did the who did the voice on Saturday Night Fever. Angel Betty's last day was June 11th, and she made the pastor's honor roll again, and honor at her school as well. Congratulations!
Congratulations!
And this was a hard year to do honor roll because with having to do it either, all virtually or some kids hybrid.
Well,
virtual, some days in person. The struggle was real. The struggle was real for everyone.
Well, Lisa's part of our family. She's old school. She cracked the whip. I know she did.
So she got that work was getting done. So.
Yeah. I'm sure if Angel Betty got a D, she got porridge that night. I'm just saying.
Porridge. That you are going old school.
Yeah.
Old school. So we thought we'd talk about a little bit about.
You're not gonna get your pudding.
We thought we'd talk a little bit about some schools in the movies and in television. I don't know, like this is such a long list, and quite frankly, I know you pride yourself on coming up with these lists and and like bulleting through them, but I think some of these are just so. I'm not going to say obscure, but I guess maybe I'm just not that well versed in Nickelodeon because I'm sure we can name every single Nickelodeon show from iCarly to Sweet Life.
See,
that.
When I was looking it up, iCarly was on the list, but I didn't put iCarly.
It wasn't Ricardo Multibon that he was mocking on that one.
He was mocking the guy.
Not Cesar Romero. I know. It was
the black guy that used to do the coffee commercials.
No, that's not who he was doing. Joffrey Holder?
Yeah, he was in Boomerang.
No, I don't think that's who he was doing an impression.
I'm telling you, that's who Billy Preston was. Marvelous, because he even did it in Boomerang, and he used to do it before that when he did the coffee commercial. Marvelous.
I don't know. Okay, so yeah, I got to Google that one because I don't think so. Fernando Lamas, that's who it was. He was doing an impression. It was Billy Crystal doing an impression of Fernando Lamas with The Marvelous.
Who's Fernando Lamas?
He was an actor. You know what? When Ed comes on, he'll prove me right. So anyway. I have the same look on my face right now, Kathy. Yeah. I know. You know what? Bless his heart. But hey, Kenny, I took advantage of some of those Amazon Prime deals, and you know what? We hooked you up with a nice softbox light, so I hope that's
Yes.
working out for you. And you know
Yeah,
what?
yeah, yeah. I don't know. Can you tell the difference in my lighting? I don't know if I'm putting the light in the right place because I have so many lights. I am in my room with the air conditioner on, sweating. That's how many lights I have on me right now.
See, yeah, John knew what I was talking about.
I'm sweating like a pig about to get cut. I'm just saying. I'm sweating.
Um,
It's hot in here.
you'll be fine. The only thing is, like, you can't have them eye level because it'll reflect off your
No,
glasses.
it's
So,
above
and
me.
sometimes if you have white walls, you can bounce the light off
No,
the walls.
it's above me. All my lights are above me.
Okay,
I don't know if you can
all
see
right,
me in my glasses,
you're
but all
good.
my lights are above me. But
Well, hey, we got lights, we
my
got
house,
sound.
my housemates walked in. Um, my housemate walked in and goes, but it's really bright in your room. I'm like, it's hot in my room.
Okay, so again, Ed Brown is on it. You look marvelous, and but I think it was Fernando Lamas, you know. So Letty was right. So there you go. So we're talking TV shows that center around school. So do you want to do TV shows or movies? You got his
You know what?
list is
Let's.
long.
My list
Homeboy
is
did
long.
homework
Okay, real
today.
quick, we're just gonna
I
name
don't
some
have
of the.
pictures for all these because that
I
was
know
just
we're gonna name some of the TV shows, and we're gonna just run through it. Not gonna run through it real
like
fast.
the best TV show that's centered around school. And again, when we say centered around, that means the setting was school. So in the comments, if you could tell us your favorite TV show that had a school theme. I know what mine is, and well, anybody who knows me knows what mine is because
Well,
when I
yours
left
is
Troutman, they gave me a cake with it on there. So
yeah, well, yours is Fame. Everybody knows that.
right, everybody knows that. That's a given.
Fame
But
with
like at the bottom
and
of your list, you have to me, which should be at the top, and that's the facts of life.
with Facts of Life.
I want
You take
somebody
the good, you take the
take the
bad,
bad,
you
you
take
take
them
them
all,
all,
and
and
then you
there you
have
have
the Facts of Life.
no singing. Okay.
I'm not saying I'm talking it.
No, yeah, it's you know what? We could do a whole show, spoken word TV themes.
Yeah, that's a TV show right there. That's a show
just,
right there.
just do all the TV, you know,
All the TV themes.
all
That's one right
TV
there.
themes. Just sit right back and you'll hear a tale. I said a tale of a fateful trip that started on this tropical port aboard this tiny ship. I'm sorry. I was having a flashback
Stop
to a
it.
comedy bit. Anyway, huh?
Okay. So yeah, Facts of Life.
The facts of life. That was a good one.
Tootie, Natalie,
Hey,
Joe.
here's the challenge. Do you actually know the name of the school?
The Facts of Life School.
Yeah.
Is it
Ooh.
the academy where girls get away with dumb stuff all the time and don't get expelled?
Okay, you know what? You're casting aspersions on the facts of life, and I have no respect for that. Don't you mess with Tootie, Blair, Natalie, and Joe. Don't you do it! Don't you do it! Don't even go there.
Where privileged girls get like excused for.
Oh wow! I wonder what happened to Kenny's volume. Oh wait, there's no echo now because there's no volume. Because I control the volume. So you know what? You're gonna mess with my girls on the facts of life. That's what you're gonna get. I'm just saying.
Okay. Well.
Watch your mouth.
I'm sorry.
Watch it, sucker.
Okay.
You don't know what that's just.
The next one we have is it takes place in a school. It's a school of performing arts like Fame, but it's called Victorious.
Now that must be one of those Nickelodeon ones because I'm not.
Ed Brown is on top of it. It was the Eastland Academy.
Eastland, yeah. You know, I was gonna say I knew it was something with East in it, but Eastland Academy, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, Lisa knew it too.
No, Lisa knew it too. Lisa and Ed both knew it. So Victoria, yeah, when they did a lot of singing and dancing on Victorious, it was a great show. And real quick, there's two bits on the songs that I love from the show, and this is one called "Take a Hint," where the two girls is a character. They're in a karaoke bar, and they're sitting there, and these two guys hit on them, and the guys want them to sing a little sing-songy because they found out they're from the School of Performing Arts, and they sing a song called "Take a Hint," which is telling the guys like, "I don't want to be bothered, take a hint," and it was really cool the way they did it. And the second song was like a takeoff of some Mix-a-Lot, I Like Big Butt song, "Baby Got Back." And this guy was driving a bus, and he was the rapper in their fictional world, and they all sang, and the song had the sort of Mix-a-Lot beat in the back, but their song was Five Fingers to the Face. It was really good. The next thing we have,
You were into that show deep.
I have teenage girls who watched that show when it was on all the time. So I know. If you ever get, it's a weird show because in the performing arts school, there's like people who act and sing and dance and play music. There's one guy who's really talented and can play and sing and everything like that. There's one guy who's kind of weird. There's two guys kind of weird, and one is like really weird. I don't know what he actually does, like what his talent is. But the other guy where he walks around with a puppet. He's a ventriloquist. And he walks around with a puppet all the time, and the puppet has a personality of his own. Puppet's name is Rex. And the puppet gets respect from people, but the actual guy gets no respect from anybody.
Okay.
Like the puppet, like they make a joke because the puppet has a bigger following than the actual kid. That is meant, like the puppet has a bigger following of social media. So it's like, and then the kid that holds the puppet is like very unpopular. It's a good show. Anyway, the next one is Sweet
Moving
Life on Deck, which is a spinoff of Sweet Life of Zach and Cody, where this is another fictional world where kids get to get away with anything, and these privileged kids, they learn school on a yacht, on a boat, on a cruise ship.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the whole premise of the show. They're on a cruise ship, and on the cruise ship is the school.
Okay.
And both twins got accepted. One's really smart and one's not that smart, but for some reason they both got accepted. And when it was Sweet Life of Zach and Cody, where they lived in a hotel because the mom was a singer for the hotel, I never knew a singer get a deal that long that she's years and years in a hotel performing. But anyway, the mom was a singer in a hotel.
Well, if she worked the cruise ship, then yeah.
No, she didn't work the cruise. She didn't work the cruise ship. She worked the hotel. And then the guy that was managing the hotel wound up managing the cruise ship. So that's the way they brought the cast over. And it was just very fictional. The next one we have is Saved by the Bell, with the classic Saved by the Bell.
Saved by the Bell. What was their school?
Oh, was that Eastland High?
East. Why are you stuck in East?
I don't know.
Eastland High? No, Eastland was Academy was.
I know. I was pulling that out the left field. I didn't know.
Okay.
Saved by the Bell School.
Bayside High.
Bayside High. Okay. So Saved by the Bell, as you all know.
Saved by the Bell, and I see you have down here Riverdale, which I actually have not seen. So
I have not.
Yes, my pop culture card is revoked on that one. So
both of our cards will be revoked because I've seen bits and pieces.
I'm surprised you
episodes.
didn't watch Riverdale since it's based on the comics, and I know you're a big comic book fan. And
actually, one of the guys in that is one of the twins.
Luke Perry was in it, and he's passed away.
Yeah, but one of the guys in it is one of the twins from the Sweet Life on Deck.
Sweet Life of Cole Bruce, or I don't know,
Cole Sprouse.
Okay.
Who was actually one of the guys in Big Daddy with Adam Sandler.
Oh yeah. Oh, I love that movie. Okay.
Those kids were the kids that they were twins, but I guess they traded off on roles in Big Daddy, and they were the kid.
Okay.
They played one kid, kind of like what's that show with the Olsen twins? Kind of like that, where they traded off.
Full House.
Yeah. Okay.
What's
so
that show with the
next we're going to a classic.
We're a pop culture show. We're supposed to know these things.
I know,
like that.
Full House. It's just I'm old. It slipped my mind. The next one we have is Room 222. For the old heads.
Is
the old heads.
Classic. That was like one of the first ones. You know what? I'm surprised you don't have Jump Street on here, because even though You
Oh
know,
yeah,
it
that's
was a
right. I
police
didn't.
drama, but they were in schools
Yeah,
and different
you know
things.
what? I
You know
didn't.
what
I
also is missing from your list, which is, um, and again, because this would be on a list of my favorites, definitely. Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Now I know a lot of it took place in the magic shop, but for at least the first 3 seasons, they were at their high school. Summer, so, I was about to say Summer Valley. No, it's Sunnydale High. Oh yeah, 21 Jump Street. That was the bomb. I remember that show back in the day. Dom DeLuise's son was on that.
yeah.
Holly Robinson Pete, although she was just Holly Robinson back then. But hey, and again, I'm
I know
partial
back
because
back
I know
back
folks are from Philly. I'm
back
extra vested.
back in those days. She was Holly Robinson, and she was in play, and I had chances.
Anyway, anyway.
Next, we have a cartoon called Recess, which takes place in the school because it takes place during recess.
Okay. Is
So
that
that
what network was that on? Do you know?
um, I cannot remember what the recess was on.
Okay. All right. Again, we're
Doing my best.
talking since school is out, we're talking shows that uh for the most part were featured around school age kids. So a lot of the action took place in schools. And if you have a favorite show of that time period, drop it in the comments. Let us know. Be a part of the conversation.
I'm going to need to buy a fan to handle all these lights.
You know
Next
what?
show we have is an old
You know,
show for the
why don't
90s.
you turn them all off and
Uh-huh.
you can just sit there in the dark and
No. I'm fine. I'm fine. Next
all
show we
right.
have a show that wasn't too popular, but I liked this. I put it on the list. Parker Lewis Can't Lose.
Oh, I remember that show, Parker
Yeah,
Lewis Can't
Parker
Lose.
Lewis Can't Lose, and I can't remember too much about it, but I know I liked it. It was funny. Um, Next we have Ned Declassified,
Now, is
which
that a cartoon or because
no, that's
that
live
it's like you're
action.
talking another
Yeah,
language.
that's live action, and it was a kid show, and it took place in a school, and I can't remember whether it took place in um. I can't remember whether it was on Nickelodeon or Disney, but it was Ned Declassified. I believe it was Nickelodeon, and one of the teachers in it, our principal teacher in it, was ah man, what is this guy's name? I cannot remember. I'm getting so bad with names, but he was a guy that was in Designing Women and Mannequin.
Oh,
You know what I'm talking about?
Andrew McCarthy.
No. The black guy that was in the movie and TV show
Oh,
Designing Women, and he was
Meshach
also
Taylor.
yes, him.
Okay. All right.
Um,
What you got? What else you got
Next we
for
got
me?
Hanging with Mr. Cooper,
Hanging with Mr. Cooper. That's
which
right.
was Raven Simone, I believe, was in that as a young kid after she did Cosby.
Hmm.
Next we have Girl Meets World, which is a spinoff from Boy Meets World, but Girl Meets World took place.
Could you put Boy Meets World on this list too,
I
or
don't know. I mean,
well,
a lot of
'cause
Boy Meets Worlds didn't take place in the school though.
it was more at his house or
Yeah, it's
whatever?
more his house and different
Okay.
places, but Girl Meets World, most of that took place in the school.
All right.
Because when Boy Meets World, when that kid grew up, what is his name from that show? Anyway, when why am I so bad?
Frankie
with that?
Muniz.
No, it's not Frankie Muniz. Oh, what is that
Was
kid's
Frankie
name?
Muniz?
No, not Boy Meets World. Boy Meets World was what in Topanga? What is the guy's name that dated Topanga?
See, we know the characters' names, but not the actors. I thought it was Frankie Muniz. Who was Frankie
No.
Muniz? Oh, he was Malcolm in the Middle. Lord have
Yes.
mercy.
Yeah.
I'm
We are like totally off.
we're so
Anyway,
old. We're
but
so
Boy
old.
Meets
It's
World,
sad.
in Boy Meets World, he was a kid, and he grew up. He became a teacher, and then his daughter was one of
Okay.
his students, and they did a lot of things in the classroom.
Okay.
And so next one we have is Glee.
Ben Savage. Sorry. Go ahead.
Ben Savage, yes, Ben Savage.
Glee. I was a
Glee.
total Gleek.
I
So
was not a Gleek. I probably have never watched the whole episode of Glee.
Oh, Bruce Roberts in the house. Hey, Bruce.
Hey
Just so
Bruce, how you
good to
doing?
hear. And sometimes I feel like I'm living and welcome back, Carter. Exactly. Oh man, welcome back. Oh,
Welcome back,
sorry, no
Carter.
singing. Sorry, I was singing. But oh no, but Glee. Gotta love Glee. Although Glee is starting to turn out to be one of those kind of like cursed shows.
Yeah,
All those
a
actors
lot of
when they make
people.
it to 30, it's like
Yeah,
wow.
no, a lot of them
Um,
are passing away.
and that, yeah.
So far, it's like 3 or 4. Is it 3 or 4? It's like 3. I know at least.
Oh, okay, 3. Okay, I know that. But anyway, but I was a big Glee fan. Although I will say towards the end, I don't think I watched the last season, and I don't know whether it's sometimes when you know it's the last season, if it's a show you like I
Yeah,
still have
you
not
don't
watched
want.
all the episodes, the last season episodes of the reboot of X-Files because you know what? I want to remember it the way it was. Anybody else like that? Come on, I can't be the only one. You just want that memory of what it used to be, and and I don't want to watch it come to an end. But in its heyday, I was a big Glee fan, and you know what I really liked about it too is especially when they did like mashups of two different songs and things that I liked, and maybe that was the DJ and me coming out because a lot of times you hear
Yeah.
songs and they remind you of other songs, and just liking the way that when they blended them together and had fun with those songs. So I like Glee. I know you weren't the biggest Glee fan. And this
But
is
I
really
will
big for
say,
me because I hate two things. I hate child actors and I hate musicals. I always say Annie for me would be torture. But
did you watch the new
contrary to
Annie with Jamie Foxx?
torture. You know what?
I
Kids
liked it. I
acting,
liked it.
singing, it's a mess. But no, I did watch that. It was cute. It was okay. But even for me to be such this anti-musical person, I find myself having to kind of contradict myself because I think I do like musicals more than I'm likely to admit.
So next,
Yeah, and, I can't tell you how many times I got my ass beat on a horse track. Ooh, 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 ooh,
oh,
ooh.
oh, oh, oh.
Everybody can
I
do
know
a
Boom Boom
hopefully everybody
Washington.
can do a Horseshack, huh?
Freddie Washington was cool. My whole see,
Boom,
I don't have
boom,
to have it
Washington.
handy.
I don't have a pencil
Hi there,
handy.
handy. Look,
All right. So
okay, so
along
that
with
so next
Glee,
to
and
that,
again, I couldn't be a true Gleek if I didn't give homage to the original high
Fame.
school musical type TV show, and that is Fame.
Fame.
And the cool thing about Fame is even though Debbie Allen's part was like, that big in the movie, she had a much bigger role on the TV show. Gene, Gene Anthony Ray, ooh, child could dance his behind off. And I actually saw him twice just on the streets in New York during the time I lived there. Just because, again, every once in a while you would run into people, and I was always so clueless. A lot of times, famous people would like when Ted Danson like walk right by me, and it was like my roommate Donna was like, "That was," and I'm like, I missed it. I totally clueless, but I do remember 2 times seeing Gene Anthony Ray, and one time was actually on the subway, and I don't know whether he was in the best place that day, but yeah. But anyway, big Fame fan from way back when. But anyway, on with the list.
All right.
You know what? You
So
don't have a show. Can I interject too? Because I know we usually follow Kenny's list, and his lists are pretty thorough. He does his little internet research, and I thank him for that. But he leaves off some of my favorites. Like he left off Buffy, which again, I said some Sunnydale High School, but he also left off Freaks and Geeks, which was one that I really
oh
loved.
yes,
It
yes.
was only one season, and people, let me tell you, it,
I've never
it's
watched
worth
it.
the investment. And I don't know which streaming service you can get it on, whether it's Netflix or Hulu. But Freaks and Geeks, that's a fun binge if you have it. And I think I had the DVD set. You know what? At one point, our local library used to actually have DVDs that you can rent, and I think I actually rented the DVD or borrowed the DVDs from the library to watch them. Freaks and Geeks. It's only one season, well worth it, and it's that's a fun watch. It's that period of time, I guess, in the 70s or early 80s in high school, and a lot of those characters you'll probably be able to relate to, whether it's the stoners or the nerds or the freaks or the geeks. And you'll also recognize like a lot of folks, from the guy who appeared on Bones to Linda Cardinelli, who you've seen in the Marvel movies, and I think she was in ER too, and James Franco and Seth Rogen, and just a whole host of actors from that one series that only lasted one season. And I think it's not even a full season. I don't think they did a full 26 episodes, only about 13 episodes, but well worth the watch. That is my big recommendation off this list, Freaks and Geeks.
Okay, so
Ooh, that is on the list. We're gonna get to it. Yes.
Okay, so next we have Different World.
A Different World from
A
where
Different
you come
World,
from.
where you come from, and
Yeah,
that's
what
a
was that
great show.
school's name? Do you remember?
Hillman.
Okay.
That was Hillman, and I met Dawn Lewis one time, and she was getting. So Dawn Lewis is getting
Spellman, I think.
Yeah, I was working in retail, and Dawn Lewis shopped at my store, and she was getting followed, and she had to leave, and she said, "Hold this, and we'll come back for it." And she came back and got it, the stuff that she had to
And
hold.
when did you stop following her?
No, I was working in the store. And she came back, her and the guy she was with, they were extremely nice. She was extremely nice. And then next we have Degrassi.
Degrassi High. Well, wasn't it originally called Degrassi High?
I think that there's different categories. I've never watched Degrassi. There's different. It's a Canadian show, and it was a start for Drake actually. Drake started on that show, but it was a Canadian show, and there was different iterations of Degrassi. So maybe that was one of them. And there's one that I didn't put on here that is another show kind of like Degrassi. It was a Canadian show, and it was if you ever look this up, it's not very popular, but it's a show called Radio Free Roscoe.
Radio Free Roscoe,
and it's got like three or four seasons, maybe 5, but it's got 4 seasons about these 4 kids who start their own underground internet radio show. The Radio Free Roscoe is the bomb. I'm telling you. I would watch Radio Free Roscoe when I was married, and my ex-wife would be like, "Why are you watching this kid show?" I'm like, "You don't understand. This show is like everything. This show is like the bomb." And they had an underground radio show, and the people were trying to find out. They used code names, so nobody knew who they were. So they would go hang out with it took place in school, and they would go hang out with all their regular friends. But their friends and the friends idolized them for this radio show, but their friends never knew who they were. It was great.
Radio Free Roscoe.
Radio Free Roscoe. If you look that up and find that, please watch it. It is a great show.
You know what you didn't have on the list, which is like, the ultimate high school show, 90210. Come on now.
You know what? I've never
watched Beverly Hills 90210.
I've never watched 90210.
You know what? And you know who can't say that? Like your mom. I remember one time coming home from New York, and I walked in, and not only was she watching this, but she was caught up. I mean, she was like,
time out.
She was watching that like a soap opera, like it was.
A woman who is not into Prince likes 90210.
That's all I'm saying.
This is my mother. This is what I have. Okay. I'm a victim of this.
And she might deny it now, but you don't even want to know what she's watching now. I'm not even going to tell you.
I've been there recently.
Like internet videos.
Yeah,
on Facebook I know. And YouTube.
And she still watching that cooking woman that cooks.
Well, now
that made the onion sandwich. I don't.
Well, now I actually watch her too.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
kind
there's some things you
of
just can't co-sign on. You can't co-sign on. All right,
I will co-sign on that.
back
It,
back
it's
to
gonna
our
be
list.
good, y'all. Okay, back to the list.
Back to our
I'm
list.
sorry.
Zoe 101, which is Britney Spears' younger sister. And they're in a private school. Um, and Zoe
Was the younger
101,
sister in a conservatorship, or
I
are
don't
they just
know.
taking Britney's money? I'm
I
just
think they're
saying,
just taking Britney's money.
free Britney.
I think the younger sister got away from all that. I think.
All right.
And then we have Ant Farm. Ant Farm is a show about smart kids that
Annie, are you okay? So Annie, oh, okay.
no, no,
Sorry, that's
no, no,
another.
no. That's another
Sorry.
thing altogether. But Ant Farm is about a school full of smart, like brainiac prodigy kids. I think that was on Disney. Head of the Class.
And I think that's the one Bruce mentioned
No, yeah,
because
well, Head of the
it
Class.
starred Johnny Fever from
Yeah, yeah,
WKRP in
yes,
Cincinnati. Yeah.
and
And
a young Robin Givens.
Robin Givens, yes, she was in that as well as Brian Robbins was a guy who was in it, who went on to direct a couple movies because he directed the baseball movie Hardball with Keanu Reeves and
Oh
the
yeah,
little
I
inner
remember
city
that
school.
movie. I remember that
Yeah,
movie.
but
I love it when you call me Big Papa. Okay, yeah.
with the singing, you know the rules. You know
Okay.
the
And
rules.
at the top of the list, Ed Brown called it at the top of the list is
At the top of the list,
Welcome Back.
welcome back,
Welcome back,
Carter.
Carter. Carter.
Welcome back, Gabe Kaplan, and that was one of those. Like I guess in the '70s, and it kind of started at that wave of having sitcoms built around stand-up comedians like Sanford and Son, like Chico and the Man, and again Gabe Kaplan, who was a stand-up comic. The show was kind of built, around
You know
him
what?
coming back to the neighborhood.
I've said this on the show before, but the one thing I love Welcome Back, Carter. I love the show. There was a
Ooh,
time when
ooh,
he
ooh,
wasn't.
ooh,
There was a
ooh.
time when he wasn't on it, and his wife took over the reins of being, like guiding the kids or whatever. And they went through a lot of cast changes, especially towards the end when, John Travolta got
After
famous
John
and
Travolta's fame,
John,
yeah.
and whatnot. Well, one of the things I remember about Gabe Kaplan wasn't from the show. It was when they used to do Battle of the Network Stars.
I missed that show. They need
I
to
miss
bring
that
Battle of
show.
the Net.
And there was an actor. I don't know
I
if it's
really
still.
love Battle of
I
the
don't.
Network
I
Stars.
love Battle. I love that they tried to redo it again and recently, but it
It was
wasn't the same as
no.
what used
Well,
to
you
be
know
back in the
what?
day.
We don't have 3 networks anymore,
Yeah,
so it's
it
kinda
wasn't the
hard
same.
to do it.
What I remember from Gabe Kaplan is Robert Conrad was the actor who was in Baba Black Sheep and all these other, like, he was like a tough actor, hard guy, and it was down between his network and I think it was NBC and ABC, and they was tied, and Robert Conrad wasn't having it, and Gabe Kaplan was the captain of the ABC team, and Robert Conrad's like, me and you going to do a foot race to see who's going to win. And Robert Conrad was like, Gabe Kaplan was a comedian, and Robert Conrad is like a hard, tough guy. And Robert Conrad swore he was going to win, and everybody's like, Gabe Kaplan's like, I'll do it, I'll do it, I'll do it. Now I'll do the foot race with this guy to see who's going to be winning. And he was like very passive about it. Gabe Kaplan smoked him and won this foot race. And it was the best thing since sliced bread. I'm just saying. It was the best thing. I remember this. It was in the
So the moral of
70s.
the story is never underestimate the comedian.
Never underestimate the comedian. Never. He smoked Robert Conrad, and it was like, and he didn't even want to race him, and he smoked him anyway. It was great. So that is our TV. That is our school TV list. Hey, Kathy, why don't you real quick? We're gonna go over a little bit because we're gonna go do some of these movies. But why don't you real quick give the public service announcement for buying us a coffee and thanking them for coming to our show?
Oh, wow. He never does that. And I guess, well, you know what? Pigs are going to fly. Anyway, we thank you guys so much for hanging out with us on Saturday nights. We started this during the pandemic. We kind of kept it going. We hang out, talk pop culture. We appreciate you guys so much for just being here. So if you are here, please consider giving this video a thumbs up if you're joining us on Facebook, or if you are joining us on YouTube, giving it a like, or even consider subscribing. You can support the show by going to our Buy Me a Coffee page, buymeacoffee.com/kwalk comedy, and support Kathy and Kenny explain pop culture. And it just helps us, make these little graphics and the software that we use to actually broadcast from both of our various locations. Although we have had a chance to be together at least 3 times this year, so that's been pretty cool. But we are always happy to be here. We're always happy that you guys are here. We appreciate you guys so much, just for hanging out. Dion, Lisa, Ed, Bruce, all you guys. Hey, Archer usually stops by. We appreciate it. We love you. Dad
Jennifer
is
Murphy
always in the house. Our dad
Jennifer Murphy,
is
my
our
friend
biggest
Jennifer
fan.
Murphy's in the house. So thank you for coming aboard. But anyway, now I'm going. We're cut on time. I'm going to go through some of these movies.
You know what? Let's should we kind of and I think some of the movies, well, let's do them in groups. Let's do some of the musicals real quick, and then some of the dramas, and maybe just focus on the ones that are truly set in the school setting, because I think some of these are kind of sort of around the school. Although you didn't have 10 Things I Hate About You.
Oh, I love that movie. I forgot that movie.
I'm sorry, I'm just jumping around because I was looking at the list. So yeah, how do you want?
I love that movie.
Let's do some of the comedies.
Okay, some of the comedies. A
Real
comedy
quick.
here, real quick. Can't Buy Me
And
Love.
hey, guys, if
Ronald
we leave
McDonald
out
Miller.
a good movie, leave it in the comments, or throw your favorites in the comments, because they probably are on our list.
Yeah, we have a phone number too if you want to call.
I had the phone number up
we're really not stuck to this hour thing, so we got a phone number if you want to talk.
Yes, we are.
We're not stuck.
I got things to do.
We're not married to it. Let's just say we're not married to it.
No, it's not Grease, Bruce. It's Grease 2 that he is enamored of. If we're talking about,
I didn't put Grease in. Hey, Bruce. Okay, we're going to talk about this. I did not put Grease on the list. I put Grease 2 on the list because
Grease
that really does. The Grease doesn't take place in the school as much as Grease 2 does.
But if we're talking about the musicals too, well, again, Grease 2, and I don't even. Oh gosh, don't even. Let's not even go down that road. We mentioned High School Musical briefly, but High School Musical is one of those in that musical category, plus the original movie Fame, and again, when we talk Fame, movie-wise, we want to talk the 1980 version, because that lame thing they released in the 2000s or whatever was just an abomination, and we will not speak its name. It's not Fame. Alan Parker slowly turning in his grave, poor thing. But the original Fame from 1980. What else? Musicals? Footloose. Let's see. And I was about to name another movie, but that's
School
more
of Rock. School of Rock.
School of Rock. Yes, I love School of Rock. I really love that movie, and I find myself just singing along with it every single time. It's not really a musical in the purest sense, but because it revolved around music, I would also probably put in that list Mr. Holland's Opus. Would you?
Yes. Yeah. Oh my God. One? I didn't think I was going to like that movie when I watched it, but I loved it.
Mr. Holland's Opus. What else would you put in that musicals category? Although there are some
I have here.
No, I don't think anything you have here that's set in the high school that revolves around music. So if you guys know, please leave it in the comments. All right, how about the comedies? You want to take the comedies or the dramas?
Yeah, the comedies. I like to laugh. Comedies.
comedies. Gotta laugh.
Somebody
Got
gotta
to
laugh.
laugh.
Make them laugh. Make them laugh. Make them
Okay, the
laugh.
funny movies are
Just one of the guys.
just one of the guys. And that's one of those little movies. I don't think it did well in the theaters, but it was
No,
one of those movies that just played over and over and over again. Like I think on those
I actually
in the early days of HBO, Cinemax, Showtime,
actually own a
before
copy
there
of
were
that DVD.
stars and epics.
I actually own a copy of that DVD.
You
Um,
own a copy of that movie?
yes, just one of the guys.
Oh, that's
Gotta
that's so fetch.
gotta move it around a little bit. Gotta walk with your legs open. You gotta move it around a little bit. What if I don't itch? Everybody itches. Okay, Can't Buy Me Love, Ronald McDonald Miller.
Oh, Can't Buy Me Love. That's a good one.
And the
Um,
spinoff
you-
and the remake of that, which is Love Don't Cost a Thing with Nick Cannon and Christina Milian.
oh, that was a remake of Can't
Love
Buy
the
Me
love,
Love.
yeah, a remake of Can't Buy Me Love was Love Don't Cost a Thing.
Oh,
Which
yes, that's one of the-
also starred Kenan Thompson and who was the guy that was in Harold and Kumar?
Okay, Kel Mitchell. Kenan and Kel. Oh,
No, Kenan Thompson was in it,
okay.
but also a young oh man, what is a young man who was in Harold? He played Kumar in Harold and Kumar, and he was in Obama's cabinet. Really, who was
Oh,
that
I
actor?
know who you're talking about.
Yes,
I can't
yes,
think of his
he
name.
was in that.
From Harold
Um,
and
yeah,
Kumar.
yeah,
Yeah, I
and
know.
I wish Harold and Kumar took place in school so I could put this on there because I love the Harold and Kumar movies. Can I tell you how much I love the Harold and Kumar movies? When I need
Ken.
when I need a good laugh, I watch the Harold and Kumar movies.
Okay. More
No,
no,
not John.
not
No,
not
Ed,
John Cho.
not John Cho. Not
Kai
John Cho.
Kai Penn.
Because he
All
was
right. The
also he
other
was also
comedy.
in the also other comedies is Underclassmen. No, well, Underclassmen I'm not going to put. Never Been Kissed.
Never Been Kissed.
Yes, Never Been Kissed.
Oh, that's the
Uh,
Drew
she,
Barrymore movie.
yes, she went undercover in the school.
Okay.
Let me see. I did
What
Drive
else
Me
is
Crazy.
comedy?
Drive Me
Drive
Crazy.
Me Crazy.
Drive Me Crazy, starring
Oh wait, we forgot in the musical. Did we do Footloose in the musical category?
yes.
Okay,
You
I'm
said
sorry.
Footloose, yeah.
Okay.
But you know what? I honestly like the remake Footloose better than the original.
Definitely in the comedy category. She's All That and
16
16
Candles.
Candles.
Yes,
Classic.
16
You can
Candles.
just
I didn't,
you
you
can
know what?
just do the whole John Hughes oeuvre in there.
I
probably.
didn't have 16 Candles on my list.
Everything from
Another high school
Ferris
movie
Bueller's
that's
Day
a
Off.
comedy. Yeah,
Mhm.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off. That's a comedy.
Mean Girls. That's a
Better Off Dead.
classic.
Better Off Dead.
Better Off Dead. I want my $2.
$2. I want my $2.
Bueller.
The actor who actually
Bueller.
played that role, he actually said he played it as a psychopath. That kid that played the role, he said he wanted. I read an article where he said he wanted to play that as a psychopath.
And you know what's not on your list, Kenny? I don't see oh wait, it is on there. Mean Girls.
Yeah, Mean Girls. Mean
It's-
Girls is hilarious.
I don't
and
see
great.
Easy A on there either.
No, I don't have Easy A on there, but I do have.
Did you see Easy
I do have.
A?
I didn't see Easy A, but I do have.
You didn't see Easy A? You got to
I
watch
did
Easy
not see.
A.
I seen it advertised on Netflix. I might try
Help
to
me.
watch it.
Tell them in the
'Cause
comments.
I like that actress.
Emma Stone.
I like Emma Stone.
Emma Stone's awesome, but you got some really good. Michael Hayden Church is in there. Lisa
Yeah.
Kudrow, just really good. And it was written by.
Is Emma Stone still single? Is she in play?
Okay, you're off the list. You're off the topic. Yes, that's the one, Bruce. I was like, it's not on his list, but that comedy is great. Summer School.
Yeah.
Allie and Mark Harmon.
That's hilarious.
The best.
And
Summer School. And you're going to do it now if you're teaching summer school.
A funny one I had one here is Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Oh, Fast Times, classic.
Fast Times at Ridgemont High, classic. Um,
American Pie. That's
Night School.
Night School.
American Pie, which dude, American Pie is talking about school scenes in American Pie. The first one, American Pie, not all the other American Pies, but the first American Pie took place in the school, and that the scene where that Stifler gives him the stuff in his coffee to make him go to the bathroom, and he goes to the bathroom. And he's trying to hold it in because he realizes he's in the girls' bathroom. All these girls walk in, and then he just lets it all out. And he's in the bed. I like bathroom jokes, and that is hilarious to me.
Now, here's the question, Dion's question. Would you include Caddyshack? And I probably wouldn't because the majority of the action, because another movie comes to mind is Meatballs, but that wasn't really in school. That was like at summer camp.
It was a summer camp.
You really can't.
That's going to be on. That's going to be on our summer show. That's going to be on our summer show.
Okay, summer show. Sorry. All right.
We'll put Caddyshack and Meatballs, both starring Bill Murray, in our summer show.
Summer show. Sorry.
But Night School was it was a night. It was with Kevin Hart and geez, her name's on the tip of my tongue. Anyway, it was a Kevin Hart movie.
Oh,
Night School.
Tiffany Haddish.
Tiffany Haddish, yeah. Kevin Hart, Tiffany Haddish. It was okay. It wasn't as funny as I thought it was going to be, but it was a good movie.
Oh, what was the oh goodness. Never mind. I can't think of it. So I'm not even going to take us down that rabbit hole because I'll spend 20 minutes trying to come up with the actor's name. I know Kevin James was in it, but I can't think of the name of it. I think it was Kevin James and Vince
Time for the Boom.
Oh yeah.
Time for the Boom.
No.
Time for the Boom.
Here comes the boom.
Here comes the boom. Here comes the boom.
Okay. But anyway,
time for the boom is. I'm sorry.
And also,
it's a rap.
You don't have one of my favorite school ones. That was a rap.
It's a rap song about getting high. Time for the boom, and I got totally distracted. You
don't have a movie I really enjoyed and in a really sick, perverse way. Bad Teacher with Cameron Diaz.
No, I didn't put that on there. It's a family show.
That probably wasn't.
It's a family show. Okay. Next we have Superbad.
Oh, what that?
Which started off in high school though, and they were having a high school party. They were going to a high school party, and they started off in the high school with him getting, the girls asking him to get beer or get liquor for the high school party, and it was like high school kids and everything. And the one kid got a fake ID, and his name was McLovin.
That was a stretch.
McLovin. Oh my God. Clueless.
Yeah, I mentioned Clueless already. Yeah.
Clueless and 17 again. Exactly.
I actually like that movie. It's
17 again. I love 17 again.
Yes,
I love 17 again. I love it. So who won? It was kind of even. Well, it looks like you got your ass kicked. And everybody's laughing over because it's on video, and everybody's seeing it like, oh, my cousin from New York sent me this video, and it's the same as the guy sitting next to him getting his butt kicked in school. But it was great. The Breakfast Club.
Now, is that I would put that in the drama category.
Well, yeah, it's a drama, but it's some funny parts. Just answer the question, Claire. Just answer the question, Claire. Answer the question, Claire.
Back to School with Rodney Dangerfield. That
oh my God, I forgot to put that on there.
That is the ultimate.
Lisa,
yes,
thank you, Lisa. Lisa, thank you.
Heathers. Now, see, Heathers, I probably would put that in the category with like, what do you have on here? Carrie. But no, I guess Heathers, it's not really a horror, but it is kind of dark, So that would be one of those movies, kind of like Carrie. Now, and again, Carrie is another one. Let's go with the original. I know they did the remake, but I'd go with the original.
You know what? Not all remakes are bad. Because like I said, the remake of Footloose is better than the original.
Really? I now to its defense, I did
Because
not see
okay,
the remake of
because
Footloose.
here's the problem. The original Footloose, at the end of Footloose, all
Mhm,
of a sudden these kids that were not allowed to dance
mhm.
knew all these modern dances in the 80s. Like they knew how to dance. They hadn't been allowed to dance in years.
Well,
All of a sudden, and there was no like cable, there was no like internet back in those days. All of a sudden, these kids were like the best dancers in the world. But in the modern Footloose, they explained why these kids knew how to dance. Because they would sneak and dance at the drive-in. And
mhm.
they would sneak and dance. And that's how they knew. And they watched
I
videos
think
and they knew the
they
latest
did some
steps.
sneaking and dancing in the
Yeah, but they never showed you in the original that they did sneaking and dancing.
okay.
Look, no offense at all, no offense. But in the
Anyway,
remake,
I'm all
in the,
for originals,
in
and
the
I'm
remake,
partial to the original Footloose.
in the remake, the Footloose, there was like a mix of kids.
Mhm.
So like they all knew all these dances, like they were like black kids, Spanish kids, white kids. There was like all these mix of kids that knew all these dances and can do it. And Footloose, it was just like one group of kids, and all of a sudden they all knew how to dance. It just wasn't realistic. The remake is way better than the original.
And I think okay, so let's move on because we're near our hour, and I know we're going over a little bit,
That
but
and that's the same as Grease 2 being better than Grease.
all right. So you have these views. We cannot change you on. So we'll let them lie because we're
There's
going
only
to
one
lose the
place.
viewers as
There's
you
only one
yes.
place in a school classroom where you
Thank
can
you, Ed.
sing, where you can
This is why
sing.
this is why Ed is the number one pop culture kid out
No,
there.
no, no. In a school where you can sing a song about reproduction, that would make Grease 2 the best. I'm just saying.
No, no,
They didn't have that in
no.
Grease 1. They didn't have song and dance numbers in the school in Grease 1, but they had it in Grease 2. They had it in Grease 2. That's why Grease 1 did not make this list.
And because you know everybody's got an opinion. There you go. Stop it with
Grease 2,
Grease 2. Yes.
Grease 2 is up there
Stop
with
it
one
with
of the
Grease 2.
best.
All right,
Grease 2 is
moving
up
on
there
with
one of the best musicals.
okay. Anyway, my brother, uh, bless his heart, evidently doesn't know too much about quality films, but needless to say, he did come up with a lot of the material on our list that we do. He spends some time working on those. I do appreciate him for that, even when he's wrong. But as we talk about movies that are centered around schools or set in schools, we are going to move on to dramas. And I'm going to start off with, I guess, a series of movies he didn't have on here. And that would be the Harry Potter films because they were, set at Hogwarts. So definitely in the drama cat, or I don't know if that's
You're right.
more
You're
the
absolutely right.
sci-fi category, and that would go with, and that's where you would put Carrie. I don't know, because if you start
Well,
talking
yeah,
horror
sci-fi.
films, and that's a whole nother section, and we're going to have Ed on this summer for one of our shows to talk horror because Ed is the man when it comes to that, and he's got a cool DVD or
Um,
backdrop.
yes.
So,
Ed just put
oh,
it in one of the
Crenshaw High
on our
School Sister Act.
dramas
Oh yeah.
on our dramas, Cooley High.
Cooley High. Oh my goodness. Yes. The ultimate drama.
Cooley
Cooley
High.
High. Lean on Me.
Cooley High was probably um it's like an epic movie altogether. Cooley High was just epic. I'm sorry. It was just epic. But in the serious drama movies, you have The Principal, you have Lean on Me, you
Ah,
have
the
Coach
principal.
Carter, you have Coach Carter. You can put The Breakfast
What
Club
about that
in there.
127 movie with Samuel L. Jackson? Wasn't he like a teacher at a school?
That's Coach Carter.
No, Coach. Yeah, he was in Coach Carter, but there was another movie. Excuse me, it was a drama. It was a little dark, but
I don't remember that one.
Okay, well, I probably have it wrong. Whatever whatever the code is for a homicide. That was the name of the movie, and it was
Okay.
uh,
I don't know
uh,
if I've seen that one. I don't know if I've seen that one.
okay. It was good, but it was
Um,
around him, and he was at a school. But okay, I'll look it
also,
up, or Ed will look it up. Lean on Me, Stand and Deliver, Dangerous
there's
Minds,
Dangerous Minds,
um,
uh,
Dead Poets
Dead
Society.
Post Society. I had that on the list. You know what I forgot? We didn't mention that. I don't know whether we put it in sci-fi, comedy, but Back to the Future.
Back to the Future. That probably, yeah, that would go. I
Yeah,
guess
because
not
he
really
goes,
comedy like Max in it.
he has to infiltrate the school in order to get close to his mom and dad from the past.
Yes, Stand and Deliver. There was another movie. I wish
Heavy,
huh?
heavy. Is there a problem with gravity in the future?
Everything's so heavy.
Everything's so heavy. Is there a problem with gravity in the future?
And I wish I
Yeah,
knew that.
you're gonna be mayor.
Uh, I want to know what that Samuel L. Jackson movie was. I'm trying to find it and I can't. I thought it was whatever the code is for murder or something like that. And he was a teacher, and then these kids were. Maybe I'm thinking of something. Oh well, it'll come to me.
You know why I put the principal on our list on our thing. I put the principal at the top. You know
Jim
why I put the
Belushi.
principal? Jim Belushi and the principal. Um, the reason I put the
Pretty in
principal,
Pink. Yeah, when we
but
were
but but,
talking
but
John
Pretty in
Hughes.
Pink. I almost put that on the list, but it didn't. A lot of it didn't take place in the school. Some of
Yeah,
it
yeah,
did.
and I think we did hit the Breakfast Club because when we were talking, some of our, I think we like Kenny put that in the comedies, but and I know it. Well, to me, you need a whole nother section for John Hughes. I'm sorry, you just do. He
Well,
needs
no,
his own
well, no,
movie.
Weird Science was definitely a comedy.
Oh, Weird Science.
It wasn't a
Ooh.
school movie. Well, there was one scene in school in the beginning, one scene in school at the end, but it really wasn't a school movie.
What Weird Science?
Yeah, Weird Science wasn't a school movie.
Did we do Sky High?
Yeah, I did put Sky High in there.
Sky High was on the list, but I didn't
This
know
guy, I don't know if we did Sky, but
because
pretty
I
sure
don't
we
know
had
where
Sky
that would
High.
fall in. Mhm.
Yeah, well, sci-fi. It would probably fall in sci-fi.
Yes.
I love Sky High. Anything with Bruce Campbell in it is a win for me.
So we'll just do a Evil Dead film festival
Yeah,
and
we'll do a Bruce Campbell
call it,
film festival. You know,
that's it. Thank you,
187.
Daddy. Ah,
Oh
Ops
man,
is on its
Ed,
face.
just you're slipping, Ed, because our dad got it first. You're slipping.
187. That
187.
movie, he was a
Ed has 187. He spelled it out wrong. You know, you got to put the 187 the numbers on there.
he played a
You're too
teacher.
late, Ed.
There
You're
you
too
go.
late, Ed. You're too late. Too late.
Everybody got it.
My dad got it first.
Dad was on it first. He was on it like a horse. Or is that how did what was that phrase? I don't know.
On
You
top
used
of it,
it once and I tried to use it and I guess I didn't
on,
get it right.
on top of it like a horse.
On top of it like a horse. All right. Oh man.
That's a coined Kenny Walker phrase. On top of it like a horse.
Bless your heart, as we say.
Yes. But no. 187. I don't think I've seen that movie.
You haven't seen 187?
I don't think I've seen 187. And you know what?
It reminds me of The Principal, that whole thing of him kind of.
Yeah, and
Coming
I was about to say too. You know what? I put the principal at the top of my list because I like the principal. Because at the end, he kicks the bad guy's butt, throws him out of school, and all the other kids are like they're sitting outside, they're waiting for him to get beat up and thrown out. But he actually defeats him. Him and Lou Gossett Jr. defeat all the bad guys, and he kicks him out of school. And somebody goes, "Yo, man, who you think you are?" And the one kid that was like, kiss him butt because he was getting bullied all the time, so he had to kiss butt to the principal. He was like, "He the principal, man." And then Jim Belushi goes, "Yeah, I'm the principal, man." And that was the best part of the movie, really. But, I'm the principal, man.
Now, risky business. Dion is saying risky business, and I don't know whether I would include that on there because I think
I have never seen Risky Business.
But a lot of it kind of takes place not really in the school as much as it does, all the antics that happen because he's kind of like Home Alone.
But Dion has another one in there.
Teen Wolf is a good one, and I probably would put that in the comedy category.
Yeah. Teen Wolf is a good one.
Excellent.
Who's that actor? The actor that played his buddy in Teen Wolf, because he was in a lot of stuff back then too.
That played his buddy in Teen Wolf.
The actor that played his buddy in Teen Wolf was in a lot of different stuff back in those days. He always played the buddy or the friend of somebody else. Ed, can you help me out here? You know the actor in Teen Wolf that played the buddy? And he was always the buddy or the friend of somebody in whatever movie he was in.
Let's see. I got to look up the original movie because we're not talking the TV series. I don't know what actor you're talking about on that one that played his friend.
Yeah, the buddy that played, because he was also in Iron Eagle, I think. I think he played the best friend, the buddy in Iron Eagle.
Doug Savant? No.
He played that. No. He played the best. He was in Iron Eagle and he was in Teen Wolf. And I think he was in another movie where he played the best friend of the buddy. Oh, you know what I forgot to put on there, especially on the musicals? Drumline.
Oh, Drumline. Yes.
Drumline.
Yes. Oh, and Bring It On. Bring It On.
Oh, that's right. Bring It On.
Definitely. Oh, how can we forget?
Oh, Ed Brown has two of them on there that and I saw.
Yes.
And
Ed Brown has. All right. We're retiring now. We're done. We're out of here.
No, I did put My Bodyguard on the list, and I forgot to mention it. My Bodyguard was on the list. Peggy Sue Got Married, though. That's a good one.
Peggy Sue Got Married that is a good one.
That is a good one. Peggy Sue Got Married. I love the scene.
Classic Nick Cage.
That was classic Nick Cage, a young Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
Yes, and I love the scene when Nick Cage and Jim Carrey are in the singing group, and at the end of the song, Jim Carrey's doing like he's doing all this funny sounds.
I know. Next week's show is going to be Dion and Ed, and we'll be off in the corner somewhere.
Yeah, you know what we should do? We should do a show. We should do a show with Dion and Ed, or like filling in for us, or like hosting with us. And they're running the show, and we're just like guests.
I know. We'll just turn the show over to Dion and Ed.
We'll start the show, and we'll turn it over to Dion and Ed, and we'll sit in the background and like chill, and let them do this, and then we'll come in the end and take credit for like a good show.
Radio. Oh, actually that could be a whole nother show just talking about
what radio.
Do we ever do a sports movie show?
Because you know what we forgot if we do sports. Remember the Titans.
Yeah, see now you're gonna go off on a whole nother tangent.
Remember the Titans.
Because then we gotta bring in Friday Night Lights. Because that could have been on the movie and on the TV.
Oh, you know we forgot too. What is that movie with oh my God. What is that movie where the guy plays football in high school and he shouldn't have played football and he was too small and he got hurt at the end?
Rudy?
No, not Rudy.
College.
The guy who died, Corey Haim. No, not Corey. Was it Corey Haim that died?
Corey Feldman or Corey Haim?
Corey Haim that passed away.
And we didn't do any Corey movies.
What was the movie that he was in where he played football and he was in the Bugs and he liked the girl? Lucas.
Lucas.
Lucas, Ed.
And
Thank you,
we
Ed.
and Valley Girl and Lucas.
Yeah, Lucas.
Awesome. Awesome.
Lucas.
The,
I love the end of Lucas
all
where he
right.
goes
Ed,
and he gives
Ed
his.
is taking the challenge. He's like, boom, let's do it. Let's do it. So you know what? We don't I was looking at the list, the lineup. We haven't done April's July's lineup yet. So
July's lineup. So maybe
so
a day, a Saturday night in July. Ed and Dion.
yeah,
I'm gonna fill in
and
for Kathy
Dion.
and Kenny. Ed and Dion. We're gonna set the link up. We're
We'll
gonna
do new
start.
bumpers and everything. So we'll just
Just tell us what you guys want to. Hey, Dion, can you do a horror show with Ed?
oh, that would be sweet. That would be good. Because I my knowledge
Because
of horror.
Kathy and I are horrible at horror.
We're horrible at horror. We are scary bad at horror. Although I think I have the sound effects for it, but that's about it.
Yeah, we can stay in the back and have Kathy do the sound effects. And since I don't have any controls, I can't do anything but tell jokes. But is that okay?
I'm sorry that was my ominous music, but that I had another one. Oh yeah,
Oh,
here's the scary
Dion
one.
says, Dion says, OMG, yes. Dion can do a horror show with Ed.
And you know what? I know. I think we talked about it another week. I didn't include like Juno either on this list because they were in school. But a lot of the action didn't really take place in school. Anyway.
Oh, you know what?
It,
You know what? You know what? You know what I
what?
forgot?
What?
It's
What?
Porky's.
What? Porkies.
Love me some Porky's because the first one took place in school. The second one definitely was
Porky,
about
you are going deep into the
the
80s, man.
second one was about a school play. So that definitely get the flock out of here. That was definitely about. I got an idea.
Oh my gosh, Porkies. That's
Let's get a sketch artist.
oh god.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that one
watch
scene alone, they look like they were having way too much fun.
I go on YouTube and watch that clip from Porky's just for a good laugh. Just that one clip. I have the movie too. I have the movies for Porky's on DVD. I'm collecting DVD movies. I have the movies for Porky's. But
it's part of your DVD collection.
And my last DVD I got was wait a minute. Frisco Kid with Harrison Ford and Gene Wilder.
And what part of school was that?
It wasn't part of school, but that's just the last DVD I got.
That's just you on a tangent.
Yeah. But Porky's is yes. That takes place in the school. The shower scene takes place in the school. Everything. Porky's. Oh my God, Porky's.
Porky's.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Let's get a sketch artist.
Very young Tim Cattrall and Porky's.
Yes.
So that was a good one. That was a good one. This has been a good one. It has been,
to apprehend when this is considered armed and dangerous.
okay. Kitty is just he has lost it, people. Bless his heart. Hey guys, this has been a fun show. We thank you so much for hanging out with us. We're gonna let Kenny get his composure. We appreciate.
I'm gonna go put
much.
in Porky's right now.
He's gonna go watch Porky's. I'm gonna roll the end credits. You're gonna hit that like and subscribe button, the bell for notifications. That way you'll get your heads up of when the next Kathy and Kenny explain pop culture. Although, hey, Saturday night, 8:30, we are usually here and look for a show with Dion and Ed in July.
Wait. Before we go, I got one thing to say.
One thing to say.
I got the pig's tooth.
Oh, we forgot the craft. Oh, and Jennifer's body. Oh, what was cool? And Ed would know the one too with the zombie. What was the zombie movie? Well, that wasn't really in school though. but he was
The Craft definitely took place in school though.
the Craft.
The Craft.
Now that had a remake too, and I don't know how good that
I don't
remake
know how
is.
I didn't see it. I didn't see it.
Show, man.
We're gonna,
Close out
we
the
need
show,
to do.
and Ed has to bring up Jennifer's body in the Craft, and
I've never seen Jennifer.
Disturbing behavior. That's the one where like warm bodies. That's the one I was trying to think of. But disturbing behavior, was that the one with Jon Stewart, where the where like aliens or something was taking over, like everybody at the school. Oh yeah, there's some good like. See, I knew we weren't going to hit the horror anyway.
you know when I was looking up school movies and school TV shows, what came up, but I didn't put it on a list.
What?
Stranger Things.
Stranger Thing. Well, they're not really at school all the time, or it's not really centrally focused at school. But I do love some Stranger Things. Although I think I am a season or two behind, and I gotta.
You know what else that I should have put on a list that I didn't? Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Okay. Oh, Spider-Man: Homecoming.
That did take place in the school.
Yeah.
And actually, the second Spider-Man, they were on a school trip. So it's a stretch. But I gotta put some superheroes besides Sky High. I gotta put some kind of super. You know what? Now that I think about it. The X-Men, the last X-Men movie, not Dark Phoenix, but the one before that X-Men movie that took place because a lot of X-Men movies took place in Xavier School of Higher Learning.
Okay.
The mutant school. So yeah, let's put X-Men in that list of school movies.
All right. Well, our next list.
I'm tapped.
Now you're tapped. All right. Well, again, we thank you guys for hanging out with us so much here on Kathy and Kenny Explain Pop Culture. We're here every
pig's tooth. I gotta watch Porky's.
Kenny's gotta go watch Porky's. I've got to go. I'm like Gladys Knight. I got to go. I got to go. You gotta go. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. We will see you next week.
God bless your soul.
Be our 4th of July weekend, so we're going to be on that America kind of theme.
Yeah.
So we will see you next Saturday at 8:30.
God bless your soul and keep living. Dion and Ed, we're going to get in touch with you about doing the show. God bless your soul and keep living. Peace.
Peace.
Thank you for geeking out with Kathy and Kenny on Kathy and Kenny Explain Pop Culture.